Jack Kerouac wrote about Slim Gaillard in his book On the Road. One night we suddenly went mad together again. We went to see Slim Gaillard in a little Frisco nightclub. Slim Gaillard is a tall, thin Negro with the big, sad eyes who's always saying, right-o-rooney. And how about a little bourbon-o-rooney? In Frisco, great eager crowds of young semi-intellectuals stood at his feet and listened to him on the piano, guitar, and bongo drums. When he gets warmed up, he really takes off his undershirt and really goes. He does and says anything that comes into his head. He'll sing Cement Mixer, Putty Putty, and suddenly slow down the beat and brood over his bongos with fingertips barely tapping the skin as everyone leans forward breathlessly to hear. You think he'll do this for a minute or so, but he goes right on for as long as an hour, making an imperceptible little noise with the tips of his fingernails, smaller and smaller all the time, till you can't hear it anymore, and sounds of traffic come in and open door. Then he slowly gets up and takes the mic and says very slowly, Great O'Rooney, fine O'Vooty, hello O'Rooney, bourbon O'Rooney, all O'Rooney. How are the boys in the front row making out with their girls O'Rooney? O'Rooney, Voti, O'Rooney, Voti, O'Rooney, O'Rooney. He keeps this up for 15 minutes, his voice getting softer and softer, till you can't hear. His great sad eyes scan the audience. Dean stands up in the back and says, God, yes, and clasping his hands in prayer and sweating. Sal, Slim knows time. He knows time. Slim sits down at the piano and hits 2 notes, 2 C's, then 2 more, then 1, then 2. And then suddenly the big burly bass player wakes up from a reverie and realizes Slim is playing C-Jam blues. And he slugs in his big forefinger on the string. And the big booming beat begins and everybody starts rocking. And Slim looks just as sad as ever. And they blow jazz for half an hour. And then Slim goes mad and grabs the bongos and plays tremendous rapid Cubana beats and yells crazy things in Spanish and Arabic and Peruvian dialect, in Egyptian, and every language he knows. And he knows innumerable languages. Finally, the set is over. Each set takes 2 hours. Slim Gaillard goes and stands against a post, looking sadly over everybody's head as people come talk to him. A bourbon has slipped into his hand. Bourbon O'Rooney, thank you, O'Voody. No one knows who Slim Gaillard is. Dean once had a dream that he was having a baby, and his belly was all bloated up as blue, as he lay on the grass of a California hospital under a tree with a group of colored men sat Slim Gaillard. Dean turned despairing eyes of a mother to him. Slim said, There you go, O'Rooney. Oh, Dean approached him. He approached his God. He thought Slim was God. He shuffled and bowed in front of him and asked him to join us. Right, O'Rooney, says Slim. He'll join anybody, but won't guarantee to be there with you in spirit. Dean got a table, bought drinks, and sat stiffly in front of Slim. Slim dreamed over his head. Every time Slim said, O'Rooney, Dean said, yes. I stood there with these 2 madmen. Nothing happened. To Slim Gaillard, the whole world was just one big O'Rooney.